little boy who ain't have a crush on Charlene on
Oh
Different Strokes.
my goodness. That's so
What?
funny you mentioned that. A friend came over just yesterday and she had her iPhone and she pulls up me singing one of the songs from my first album.
Wow. Two iconic voices, Tracy G. Two iconic voices, Tracy G.
Oh,
you
yes.
You hear that voice right there, that smooth and sultry voice? You hear how he drove that icon to give you a wonderful anecdote and got into her personal life. She didn't even know what hit her. Mm-hmm. That comes from experience. That comes from walking the walk, talking the talk. The man has done everything from hosting shows all around the world to interviewing some of the biggest artists like Janet Jackson, Jamie Foxx, Mary J. Blige, Patti Babyface. And he talked to her about her acting career, Tracy G, and he got an acting career himself. Come on, man. You can find him on Heart and Soul, the host of Heart and Soul with Cayman Kelly, the one and only Cayman Kelly, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes!
We done made it.
Man.
We done made it. Come on.
Man, go ahead, man. What's going on, family?
Oh,
What
man,
up?
Hey, brother.
Happy holidays, Cayman.
Happy holidays to you.
Cayman, man. I got it.
Wait. Hey, thank you for sharing your platform with me, man. I really appreciate you, brother.
Hey, bro, it was an honor when BJ said, Cayman Kelly, can we connect you two together? I said, Cayman Kelly? What the fuck? Yeah, BJ, get out the way. Let's make it happen. Hey, bro, check this out, man. You know I've been doing this a long time. So,
oh, yeah.
I know the difference. You know what I mean? I know the difference between the greats and those who are just doing this. You're one of the greats. Listen to your voice. Your voice alone is it's an instrument. The same way we watch LeBron James train off season. The same way we watch some of the greatest athletes train and train and train. You can't just they may have natural talent, but to be able to sustain it at its apex, it takes a whole lot of work to get a voice like Cayman Kelly.
Yep.
You can't even talk in public without people knowing who you are, right?
Man, you're right. You're absolutely right, man. And it shocks me sometimes that people can recognize you by a voice.
Yeah.
You know, I was just sharing that with somebody the other day. I went to the post office one day, and I'm sitting there counting the letters. The lady said, how many stamps you need? And I looked back down so I could make sure I had the right number. When I looked up, she was gone. So then she came back. She said, ain't you Cayman Kelly from the radio? And I said, yeah, that's me. And she said, girl, I told you that was him.
I could hear it in his voice.
Yo, man.
This stuff is crazy, man. It's real crazy.
Bro, how long you been in the game now?
Brother, you know what? Believe it or not, I started radio when I was in 10th grade. So you talk about like 87.
Wow.
And I got on the air in 94 after I graduated from college. So it's been a minute, man.
And when you got on, but first of all, that deserves 87, man. Stop
For
playing.
real, bro.
Don't act like y'all didn't hear him say, okay.
That level of consistency, come on.
Hey, when you first got your first job, Cayman Kelly, was it a paid job or were you working for free in radio?
Well, in 10th grade, of course, it wasn't a paid gig. But, you know, when I got my first gig, it was almost like doing it for free because it was from $6. It was $6 an hour.
It was $6.
You know, and it wasn't even all day, Sway. It was for 4 hours a day, $6 an hour for 4 hours a day, bro.
Yeah. So that's 20. What's that? 12. What? $6 an hour?
$24
a day. Wow. You was making $100 a week. You was balling. So
right. I'm trying to tell you.
But that explains. Cayman Kelly has a amazing book, which is extremely timely, especially being in this year of quarantine and this pandemic. Everyone had to adjust how they did business because business had to adjust to the quarantine. So your book is called From $6 an Hour to $1 Million Dream. The process isn't easy, but your decisions determine your outcome. So that's where the title came from, the $6 an hour.
Yep. That's exactly where it comes from. You know, it's my true story. And I use other people as an illustration to just show how common we are with each other. It doesn't matter what you choose to do, but everybody has very similar stories. Mm-hmm. And it's really kind of just sticking to your guns because we have this passion that drives us and things that we want to do. And I could have easily given up on my dream of radio. It's just like your story, man. When somebody told you that you couldn't do it, it made you have that much more drive to want to prove them wrong. And it was the same thing with me. So, in the book, I write this chapter about haters and naysayers, which are a necessary part of your journey. And I classify my parents as being naysayers. They loved me, but, my dreams were too big for them to think they were obtainable. So, naysayers actually care about you, and they want to protect you from getting hurt, which I understood. But I said, like, nobody can see your vision like you see your vision. And I said, man, if I just get the opportunity, I'm going to turn this into something. So that $6 an hour wasn't a deterrent for me. It was a stepping stone for me, somewhere to start, because everybody needs somewhere to start on the journey. It's just like a sunny day, and you say, man, damn, it was just sunny. Now it's raining. That rain had to start somewhere. So that $6 an hour was my starting point, but I wasn't going to stay there.
He got to that $1 million dream. My man, Cayman Kelly. Come on. Listen, citizens, whoever tuned in right now, this is a lot of game. You know what we do on this show. People come in and offer this information to you for free on this airways, other than what you pay in your subscription. So I'm going to open up these phone lines if you're trying to get your business off the ground. And not just from a static outside perspective, but you got to get the right mindset. So we got Cayman Kelly is here. You can find him Monday through Saturday, 12 to 6 p.m. on Heart and Soul here at Sirius XM. Tracy, you want to jump in?
Yeah, absolutely. Such a pleasure, honor, privilege, all of that came in to have you, not only on our show, but also just to have you on Sirius XM as well. So, and congratulations on this book, especially in the entertainment industry, which really has these very unique ups and downs and perceptions and just missed opportunities or things you thought were opportunity, but it was, wolf in sheep's clothing. And so in my time in this industry, which is now in the double-digit years, I have been around a lot of people who felt very jaded. You know what I mean? There can be a lack of excitement because you believe you've seen this already and this isn't going to pan out for anything. And so that leads to stagnation, right? But then sometimes there's like a pride around that. It's a very weird psychological thing, but what can you share for those who didn't have it on their path to become a hater or a naysayer? You know what I mean? They started off of a bright light, but then it was dimmed by just bad moments, and they're trying to get it back.
But Tracy, that's part of the journey. Sometimes that light goes down, and why I think it's very necessary for us to surround ourselves with people that are like-minded with us. So when you have those moments that the light goes dim, you have those people around you that can push you and motivate you. And it's not always like they'll stay on that path. So the person that I identify with being my biggest cheerleader happens to be my wife. She was the one who always pushed me off the couch because I would take forever to get a project completed. So she'd be like, okay, that's done. Go ahead and put that out there. And I give you a story in particular that really made my light shine was that she was always disciplined with money. I wasn't. So every dollar that I got, I spent it on something, trying to look good, smell good, drive good, or do something. So one day I had lost my job, and this is really where the potential really started to be unlocked, because she said to me when I was trying to push this voiceover career, and she said, I got a check upstairs that I'm going to sign over to you. Now, first of all, I had the opportunity to work with one of the greatest. His name is Ed Green in New York City.
Oh, yes.
And he wanted to train me. So Ed said, I'll blow out my class because I believe in your potential. I'll work one-on-one with you.
Wow.
But, of course, this comes with a price tag. Now, mind you, I done lost my job. So my wife said, did you sign up for your class yet? And I said, no, not yet. I got to make sure everything around here is taken care of first. And then I get to that. The extracurricular. She said, look, I got a check upstairs. I'm going to sign it over to you, and you go do that. And I said, no, you don't have to do that. I'm going to get to it eventually. She comes downstairs with this check, and she signs it over to me. She said, look at this as an investment for us. And here we are years later, and voiceovers are a career for me. I do all my stuff in my studio in my house. I got ESPN. First African-American voice, by the way, on ESPN radio.
You better.
Working
Cayman
America.
Kelly.
And on top of the ESPN, I'm gonna talk about this because these are blessings that came from God. On the back end of ESPN, somebody reaches out to me. They say, "Man, your range is incredible." First African American voice on Monday Night Football.
Oh wow!
That's all happened this year.
That's oh.
So you know, this comes off the back end of the investment that she made in me years ago.
Right.
And then things that my father shared with me. He said, you know, like when you work a job, he said it's not their responsibility to make you happy. You went there with something to offer. They didn't make who you are. You're responsible for your own happiness. So just having advice like that from my great daddy, my mama, and my wife who just pushed me, and people that I've surrounded myself with, you know, that understand where I want to go and my purpose in life.
I love that, man. Cayman Kelly is here. It's a new book, citizens. If you're trying to get your business off the ground, or you're just trying to get your life off the ground and you need some proper perspective, he's sharing his experiences in the new book, From $6 an Hour to $1 Million Dream. The process isn't easy, but your decisions determine your outcome. And sometimes our decisions, when you say that, that could be either way. You make the proper decision, you'll have the proper success. You make the improper decisions, it might take you longer to get there. And a lot of times we become our own worst enemy and we get in our own way.
Yes, Lord.
You almost self-sabotage. And had you not listened to your wife, maybe this would have took a different turn or a different direction. And you could have got in your own way, but you was open. What advice would you give to people who may not even realize it, but may be their own worst enemy, getting in their own ways?
Yeah, you know, it's really about learning about yourself, and it's about self-awareness. So when you notice things about yourself, and maybe even those haters point those things out to you, you should really pay attention to what people say about you and the things, because I noticed from life experiences that I'm a procrastinator by nature, but I do my best work at the last minute. These are things that I've noticed about myself, and I had to correct my time management. So if I'm going to run a business, I got to organize myself. I wasn't an organized person at all. And if you have some weaknesses, you should surround yourself with people that have some strengths to balance out your weaknesses. And, that's my advice when you start to self-sabotage yourself, and look at how you can make a better society. How can I be a better human being by what I have to offer to somebody? Because I could tell you so many stories, Sway, about how I self-sabotage myself. But the point is, I can't cry over the time that's gone. What are we going to do with the time that we have now? Because the past is gone and the future doesn't exist. All we have is right now. So what are you going to do with the time that we have right now?
There you go. Cayman Kelly is here, 888-742-3345. DJ Forerunner from Kentucky. What up, Forerunner?
Hey, what's going on, Sway?
Grand Rises.
Yeah,
Runner.
How's it going, man? You got a question for a runner?
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry. Greetings, Mr. Kelly. Just wanted to say it's awesome to hear two legends in the same room. I just wanted to say salute to Mr. Kelly. Been a fan listening for a while. I just wanted to see. I do radio here in Lexington, Kentucky, and I'm trying to build. I've been doing it for a couple of years, but I'm trying to expand. I definitely feel you with the $6 an hour pay rate. It is what it is. I feel like you don't work in radio for the money. But so what advice do you give to someone who's trying to build and expand outside of their local market to try to grow into bigger markets?
Well, here's what I would say to you, Forerunner. Because you have an opportunity that a lot of people would like to have. But you also have to take advantage of the other things that are available to you to be able to grow your brand. Because years ago when Sway and I started, it wasn't no such thing as social media. It wasn't no YouTube and all of that stuff. You take advantage of all of that and create your own way. Don't wait for somebody to hand you something. Use those things that are free to you. Those are resources, man. Put yourself out there and make people come to you. That's my advice to you. Utilize it.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Yes, sir.
Go for a runner. All right, go up.
Yes, sir. And I'm gonna be on. And I'm coming to your show. Let me know. I'm trying to come spin, bro.
That's what it is, homie. Appreciate you, man.
There it is. I like that. Hey, Forerunner. I'm gonna do you one better. Order the book from $6 an hour to $1 million
Right.
dream. Matter of fact, everybody tuned
There it
in.
is.
Get this book. You got time to read. Most of us are quarantined. So
Yes, sir.
$6 an
Right.
hour to
Order
$1 million
right now.
dream. Go order it,
Right,
okay? Thank you,
Amazon.com.
family. You're a citizen. There you
That's
go.
Sway in the morning.
From $6 an hour to $1 million dream, the process isn't easy, but your decisions determine your outcome. Heart and Soul, Cayman Kelly,
Wow.
Channel 48, Monday through Saturday, 12 to 6 p.m. Hold on, let me get that caller. I got one more caller for you, Cayman, before we go. Let me get that caller. Chris from Montreal, Grand Risings.
Hey, Chris.
Hey guys,
Chris,
hey, hi Tracy G, hi Cayman, hi
Good,
Sway.
man.
I just wanted to ask,
Hey.
when you're at the crossroad and you feel like you're failing, do you think you just have to keep pushing, or maybe there's something else you should look for, and maybe God is just showing you another way? Maybe you have to open your eyes to something else.
You know what, man, Chris? That could go both ways, really. But a lot of times when you give up too soon, and you just never know when that blessing is going to come. Just like I was just telling you a while ago, I had this ad that was running. I use myself as an example. I was putting myself out there. I'm paying for marketing so people will be able to see the things that I've done, which are important because people identify with things that you do, and that's what makes people come to you. It's an attraction. So I started running this ad, and I had just told my wife, I'm going to take this ad down, man. I'm wasting money. Ain't nobody seeing this thing. Lo and behold, the next day was when I got the inquiry from ESPN, and I became their national voice. You know what I mean? So like I could have easily taken that thing down, but being persistent and keep going delivers the outcome that we're looking for. Don't just put up your hands and walk away just because it's not happening right now. We never know when that one person that could change our lives are watching. So my suggestion to you, keep pushing. And if you have a desire to do something else, do that too. I don't do just one thing. Sway don't do just one thing. Plenty of opportunities for us to do, as long as we pay attention to our families in the process. That's important as well.
Hey, Chris.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
That's amazing advice, bro. And then,
Yes, it
but
is.
get the book. Get the book, bro.
Yeah,
Trust
get
me.
the book.
Get the book, all right? From $6 an hour to $1 million dream, the process isn't easy, but your decisions determine your outcome. Chris, you're a citizen.
That's Sway in the morning.
Hey, Cayman, man, this was great, bro. Thank you for being a guest on the show today. And if
thank
the
you.
citizens want to, all love, man. If they want to reach out to you, I want everybody to hit them up on this social. How can they reach you, bro?
Well, on my social media, my Instagram is my favorite platform, so they can follow at Cayman Kelly, CaymanKelly. And I'm on Facebook at Cayman Kelly as well.
Hey, man, thank you, brother. Continued success. I love when we do these kind of cross promotions, but this is really, I'm a fan of yours. I appreciate your work. I respect what you do. And, man, that voice is golden, man. I'm like,
Listen.
damn.
Hey,
jealous,
bro,
Sway?
let me say, hey, bro, real quick before we
Yeah.
go, just let me say thank you to you, and thank you for always being the guy that you are and never change. Just a humble and a wonderful human being, man, and I love you for
Yeah.
that, and I appreciate you for sharing your platform. This is amazing. You're an amazing guy. Thank you, Tracy, and thank you to Kelly reaching out, and thank you to BJ Stone. So thank you, everybody, and happy holidays to you,
Aw,
too,
Thank you,
family.
man.
Thank
Happy
you.
holidays, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man.
That's
Come on,
love.
Cayman. Hey, you a citizen, Cayman.
That's Sway in the
I'm
morning.
a
Hey.
citizen, baby. A citizen.
Hey.
You know it.
All right. Have a beautiful day, brother. I appreciate you, man. Okay? Cayman Kelly, man. Legend.